What if the way we think about owning a home is about to change completely? Not just prices, not just interest rates, but the actual idea of ownership itself. Because for decades, homeownership has meant one thing. You buy a home, you own it, you build equity over time. Simple. But what if that model isn't the only model anymore? And what if the next version of real estate looks very different from what most people expect? If we haven't met, I'm Shani with Champions Realty here in North Houston. I've been in real estate for over 20 years, helping people buy, sell, and invest. But more importantly, helping them make smart, long-term decisions. And right now, we're in a really interesting moment because the market isn't just shifting, the thinking around real estate is shifting. And in this series, we're going to break down what the future of homeownership could actually look like in a way that's practical, not hype. Let's start with what most of us were taught. For years, the path looked like this. You save money, you buy a home, you stay in it, you build equity, and eventually you sell or pass it down. That's been the foundation of wealth for a lot of families. That model worked really well, but it was built in a very different time. It created stability. It created wealth. It became part of what people called the American dream. But here's the part most people don't talk about. That model was built in a very different environment. Homes were more affordable. Interest rates behaved differently. People stayed in homes longer, and the pace of life was slower. Today, that environment has changed. Let's talk about what's actually changing. First, affordability. Home prices have gone up significantly over time, so the barrier to entry is higher. Second, interest rates. We've moved out of that ultra-low rate environment, and that changes how people think about buying. Third, mobility. People aren't staying in homes for 20 to 30 years like they used to. Careers change, lifestyles change, locations change. And fourth, mindset. This is the big one. Younger buyers especially are asking different questions. Not, can I buy a home and stay forever? But, what gives me flexibility? What makes the most financial sense? How do I use real estate as a tool, not just a place to live? That's a very different mindset. Because of these pressures, we're starting to see new ideas. And this is where it gets interesting. You're seeing people buying homes together, friends, siblings, even business partners. You're seeing build-to-rent communities where people choose flexibility over ownership. You're seeing fractional ownership models. And you're seeing conversations around tokenization. Now, none of these are replacing traditional home ownership, but they are expanding the options. And when options expand, behavior changes. People start asking, do I need to own 100% of a home? Is there a smarter way to enter the market? Can I structure this differently? That's where shifts begin. Now let's bring this back to reality. Because this isn't about saying, everything is changing tomorrow. It's about understanding direction. Real estate is moving toward more flexibility, more accessibility, more strategic decision-making. But here's the part I want you to really hear. The people who win in real estate are not the ones who chase every new idea. They're the ones who understand how to apply the right strategy at the right time. You don't need to jump into every new model, but you do need to understand what's happening, so you're not making decisions based on outdated thinking. Even with all of this, some things don't change. Location still matters, supply and demand still matter, and strategy still matters. You can package real estate differently, but the fundamentals always win. That's why some people build wealth consistently and others don't, even in the same market. It's not about timing perfectly. It's about thinking correctly. So is homeownership changing? Yes, but that doesn't mean it's disappearing. It means it's evolving. And if you understand that evolution early, the better decisions you can make, whether you're buying, selling, or investing. In the next episode, we're going to talk about something a lot of people are already doing: buying homes with other people, and whether that's actually smart or risky. If you want to stay ahead of what's happening in real estate, make sure you subscribe. And if you ever want to talk through your situation and your strategy, I'm always here to help. I'll see you in the next video. If this was helpful, make sure you subscribe because I post new Houston market updates and strategy every single week. And if you're thinking about buying, selling, or investing, or you're just not sure what your next move should be, you don't have to guess. You can go to soldbyshani.com or send me a DM with the word Houston and tell me a little about your situation. I'll take a look personally and tell you what I'd do if it were my own money. No pressure, no sales pitch, just clarity. I'll see you in the next video.